One mom has an important warning. If you're a parent of a teen or tween, watch your kids' online activities, because if you aren't, one sinister group is. CNN national correspondent Sarah Seidner is on the story.
It's been nearly 75 years since the end of World War II and the Holocaust. So why is it that Nazi culture is seeping into America's youth culture? A mother of a teen and tween boy says she has the answer, and she has a warning for parents.
Do you have white teenage sons? Listen up.
Joanna Schroeder has a message to moms just like her of teen and tween boys. Pay attention to your children's online gaming or social media, because even if you aren't, white supremacists are.
Everywhere from the alt-right, which is kind of a more comfortable way of saying not quite a Nazi, to true neo-Nazis. They've studied the way that our young men interact online, and they have looked at what these boys need, and they have learned how to fill those needs in order to entice them into propaganda.
As a writer of online content, she was surprised when she heard some of the coded language she was often confronted with coming out of her own son's mouths. What are some of the warning phrases or words?
The first word I heard was triggered, and this is a tough one, because you'll hear this from your conservative uncle, and you may also hear this from a kid that's getting a lot of alt-right messaging online, and everyone's too sensitive today.
There's a whole lexicon shared by members of these online communities. One common thread among the words and ideas they favor, she says, are complaints about people who are too sensitive.
And that's a very alt-right talking point that is an entryway kind of terminology. It's not racist, no, it's not. But it's often used against people who are calling out racism or sexism or homophobia as a way to imply that, you know, those of us who don't accept that language are just too sensitive.
Her teen, like others we've talked to, was drawn in by snarky memes. She and her son scrolled through his Instagram Explore feed, which recommends content based on what it thinks a user will enjoy. She was stunned.
And I saw an image of Hitler, and I stopped him, and I said, wait, was that Hitler?
It was a meme implying a time traveler would have tipped Hitler off to keep him alive.
I know my kids understand Hitler, but as I scrolled through his, I saw more memes that joked about the Holocaust and joked about slavery.
So normalizing.
Yeah. And desensitizing our kids to things we should be sensitive to.
She decided to take to Twitter to warn other parents, and it went viral.
I've been watching my boys' online behavior and noticed that social media and vloggers are actively laying groundwork in white teens to turn them into alt-right white supremacists.
The reactions were strong. One self-described gamer said, "This exact thing happened to me in high school in this exact way." Others attacked Schroeder, calling her all the names she warned her kids about. It clearly hit a nerve because her thread ended up being posted and criticized on one of the most virulent neo-Nazi sites. The white supremacist propaganda is on just about every popular social media site.
It's just the door that opens for the white supremacists to walk in and take your kid's hand. It's our kids' inability to sniff out propaganda.
Ultimately, she says parents need to educate themselves about their children's online life.
I'm sorry, parents. You have to have a Snapchat account.
And Instagram, Reddit, and Discord. Then talk about it.
The kids and I are conspirators together. These alt-right guys are trying to trick you. Like, they think you're dumb. And you're not. You're smart.
She says she's faced a lot of criticism online and been accused of brainwashing or trying to bend her children's minds. She says, of course I'm trying to bend their minds. I taught them how to wash their hands before they eat. I taught them to cover their mouth when they cough. Now I'm simply teaching them analytical skills because they should know the difference between right and wrong.
It is such a fascinating look there, Sarah. Thank you so much for that.